Hi everyone and welcome for this Open the Box. This time we are going to open this GameMaster character starter from Army Painter. We have 5 different miniatures for role-playing game and all you need to paint it. So we are going to open to check the quality, and by the way, if you love the miniatures and you want to have one of my specific tutorials, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the miniatures you want to see paint first. By the way, there are already some tutorial included into this starter sets, so that will be my way for this paint. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, like, comment and follow my Twitch account to see all my different painting sessions. And by the way, you can always support me on Patreon to have access to more content and to support financially all the content I propose into this channel. Thanks again, and let's go for the opening. So let's open this box and see what's inside. So we have 2 different boxes into the big one, the paints and the miniatures and the different kind of paints. So there are painting guides and how to paint the character series. What is pretty cool, it's the miniatures is in rigid plastic, so that smells pretty good, and the miniature seems really cool. So what we are going to do is I'm going to prepare these miniatures, fix on the base, and after that I will show you a tutorial video with some comparative miniatures from other range, and after that we will try this paint probably later in another video tutorial with one of these different miniatures. Perhaps we can follow the how to paint guide, or I will do it myself, and we are going to see. So I'm going to show you how I prepare my miniatures before I'm going to prime them and paint them. So for that I need this kind of tool, one cutter, this is from Army Painter, and this glue is come from Tamiya, and it's pretty easy because there are directly a brush inside, so it's really more easy to apply. So the first step is to remove the miniatures from the element in plastic. So for that I'm going to use my precise cutter to remove. More it's going to be thin, your cutter, and more you can be very near the piece and have less work to do to remove the different elements. Take care to try to remove first the element who are going to be the more thin, to be sure to don't break this kind of element. And I'm going to do the same things for everything on my grab. When you do that with some Games Workshop miniatures, take care to always have the notice and take care to just remove one miniatures, all the different parts of one miniatures by one. Glue them, prepare them, glue them, and go to the next one. Just because it's really more complicated than this kind of minis who are pretty simple. So the second step is going to prepare the miniatures by removing the mold line, and for that I'm going with my cutter to come and just you can see my movements. I'm not going to go very strong. I just remove the big part and for the other I just have to go very slowly and not necessarily very strong. Remember that, because it's pretty important to have something clean. By the way, if you don't want, you just have to remove the big part, and after you can glue them. That's worked pretty well. Just when you want to paint a little bit more in a more highlights and more detailed elements, so you need to have a better preparation like that. That's always welcome. In another way, you can always remove the big part, glue them, and after only remove all the mold line, but only the one who are going to be the more visible at the end. So the last step will be to apply our not our super glue, but our plastic glue on the systematically on the two different sides, and after put it together to be sure it's going to be fixed. By the way, this glue is going to make some fusion between the two plastic elements, so it's pretty heavy and strong. Even if you make some mistake, it's going to stay glued a long time. So here is the result. I'm going to show you a turnable, and after we can go to the conclusion to give you my feedback about this box. So the miniatures is pretty cool. To be honest, the sculpture is a little bit some old school stuff, and for me it's not necessarily an actual design, but this kind of miniatures from this kind of set of paint is necessarily a little bit classical. The big positive point is the quality of the miniatures. This is hard plastic and not soft plastic like a lot of time in this kind of painting set, and that's a really nice and good point. Even if there are some assembled to do, I mean, that's always a very positive point for me to propose directly very high quality of production on this kind of set. So for me it's really good things. I really hope you enjoy what I show you. To be honest, I'm not necessarily the people who are going to buy this kind of box, because I already have a lot of miniatures I can already play in Dungeons and Dragons. But by the way, if you have not this kind of miniatures, that's a totally auto buy for me, because you have 5 miniatures for 50 euro, so that's will be approximately the same in dollars or anything else. You have 5 miniatures, something like 20 paint and 1 brush. So for me, it's really a very good choice to start when you play Dungeons and Dragons. And the miniatures is pretty qualitative. The sculpture is a little bit in an old school way, but the quality of production is really good. Thanks again for watching. Don't hesitate to like, subscribe and share this video. By the way, you can always comment with your own opinion if you already have these sets or if you have any kind of question. You can always support me financially on Patreon, and you will have an access to more and more content about my way to paint, for example. Thanks again for watching, and see you soon for the next Open the Box. A huge thanks to all my boss on Patreon who support me every month and to give me the opportunity to create for you this kind of content. Thanks again from Julie, Gimli and myself. See you soon.